On red and white day at the CPKC Women's Open, Canada's greatest champion, Brooke Henderson, takes to the tee at the 11th at Earl Grey Golf Club in Calgary, Alberta. Grant Boone and Morgan Pressel watching the 2018 champion of this event, letting it rip here at the tough par 4.
What a great scene there, too. This is the hardest hole on the golf course today. Straight back into the breeze, long, very narrow par 4.
She is giving them what they have come.
And length, of course, will help with that as well.
We saw Brooke tee off. Trip Eisenhower is going to have the pleasure of following along amidst the thousands cheering on Brooke.
And it will be a pleasure. I always love watching Brooke play golf. She is, you know, a golf course, Grant, that I think would just be tailor-made for her, the way she drives the golf ball, the way, you know, playing for her country. Canada's greatest champion, as you said.
Yeah. With the 6. I see.
The yardage is 146.
If anything, like a yard right to left. Maybe a yard right to left. Not that way. Yeah, exactly.
You can see a lot of debris flying around. What's the wind like out there right now?
Morgan, it is really pumping right now. I'd say it's a steady 15, occasionally gusting to 20. It's straight back in as they were discussing. I think this 146 is playing 166.
White pole back there is a good target, just a little right of this flagstick. Don't want to flirt with anything left.
That sounded a touch heavy. Yeah, I think she got a lot of sand there, a lot more than she wanted.
We're all said and done right now.
Opportunities.
All right, the head cover is off for this third shot for Brooke.
Yeah, and you know what? I tell a lot of amateurs this. They should absolutely do this instead of chipping it, Morgan, or using a putter in this situation. It's much more predictable when you have like a hybrid or a 3-wood and just use a little putting stroke with it.
Yeah, she likes this shot. She uses this quite a bit.
And she's very good at it.
One of the main reasons why she does practice it a lot. I've seen her around the chipping green, hitting those shots, especially when you have runoffs. She really likes to use that club when you have low collection areas around the greens. But, I mean, she made that look so easy, Trip.
It's going to be a 7th straight par after 3 straight birdies, and Brooke is right here in its 6th under, leading the way a day and a half in.
And I tell you, Aaron hit just a beautiful shot.
We'll miss a little bit to the right, just like that. Shot from Minji.
Brooke making her way to the 12th. And even Brooke Henderson didn't know Earl Grey. None of the players really know this place. It's a bit of a hidden gem, just a few minutes to the southwest of downtown Calgary. So no real advantage for anyone in terms of course knowledge. But what we do know with Brooke is she has that home crowd advantage every time she plays here in her home country. As we look at our insights by KPMG, 10 starts coming into this week, Morgan. She has the win back in 2018, 58 under par.
We haven't, just like I said, this means so much to her. She talks about her win in Regina, just really being even more than her 2 majors, the most important victory of her career, and she would certainly love to add to that total.
Number 18, this 12th is number 4, and we're seeing the wind really pick up here as Brooke tees it up at the 12th.
Now I'm confused, Grant. You got me all confused with this numerology, but there's nothing confusing about that drive. Just beautiful, right down the pipe.
she's such a fabulous driver.
Gotta get it on 4 right to left, so I have red shirt with her. Yeah.
Well, 93 is the number. They're playing at about 5 short of that. I think that's smart right now. These greens are firm enough that the balls are releasing even with short irons. This is full green light, though. I expect this one to be fairly close. And she's got it a little further than she would want, I would think. No, it checked up nice. Beautiful.
That'll be a putt to get to 4 under. Morgan, you referenced it earlier. 20. Don't get a lot of scenes like that very often.
No, I was there. It was really cool. I mean, even just as a competitor, playing that week, seeing the excitement.
There's Louise Suggs, Rolex Rookie of the Year. Got a win late in the season. And Brooke playing in an event, as you noted, Morgan, which she considers a major, and she's got a huge event coming up in a couple of weeks. The opening ceremony was earlier today. It was unbelievable. Hope you got a chance to see it. You can watch it again tonight on NBC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Here she is for birdie.
I think this is a putt that wants to go left, but not as much as it looks. And I think she figured it out. Oh my, it wiggled right at the end.
Good roll. Looked like she thought she made it. She will certainly be excited to wear those colors again in France.
6 top 10s in 10 events since Vegas.
And Brooke, one of the few still left using the flagstick on shorter putts.
She's kind of done a little bit of everything this year, Tripp. She's even said she's lost count of the number of putters that she has tried, looking for something to just look good to her, give her some confidence putting. As
Moment, but first to the tee at the 13th, and Brooke Henderson.
This fairway pinches in, about the 240 mark. It's 278 over the bunker, so that's out of reach for most players. But boy, with this fairway pinches in, it's about 14, 15 yards wide. And this club certainly brings that into play. Wind left to right, maybe helping just a touch.
crosswind makes this fairway that much more difficult to hit.
Yeah, well, this is not going to hit it. It's right.
Looks like it found an area where the fans have down the rough. We'll see what type of a shot she has. There's some very large trees on this prop wind. It's nearly impossible to get it close today, but Brooke's got quite the angle here, Trip.
And she does. The only thing she's got to watch is just getting it up. She's got a wide window. There's no problem at all. And she's got a good angle of that left hole location. Only 145 is her number. Two problems. There's a root about, I don't know, a foot behind the ball. And then, you know, just keeping it low. The line's not really an issue, as you said, where the spectators have been walking, so shouldn't be a problem there. And she got it clean. And this is a little left. All in all, that's acceptable.
And from that spot, got lucky to have a clear shot. And that might even be a shot she could potentially hold for birdie here in this difficult 13th.
Sometimes need a little help from a friend or a dad. Brooke was about that age when she started playing the game. She's got a third here at the 13th.
And part of the reason why she chokes up on her clubs is she was using her dad's clubs. So, and of course, she still does that today. This is a great line. I think it's one that, as Morgan said, one that I think she can give a chance, but she's got to watch it. It could run 4 or 5 feet by pretty easy. And that's nice and soft. That's textbook right there. Very nice.
So she'll, it appears, remain bogey-free, which is not easy, as we've learned here in a day and a half.
Looks like one bogey-free round yesterday, that of Lydia Ko. And that has not been the case this week.
You see it at majors, as you were alluding to earlier. This feels like it was a major for 20-plus years, and certainly to Brooke Henderson, it is that.
Actually, at this very moment, the par 5 fourth is the only hole on the golf course playing under par. Only one. That's it.
That is a very... Send it down to Trip with a special guest.
Well, yeah, special guest indeed. Canada's great champion, Brooke Henderson. Now, I've got to ask you, how do you deal with, because you're not only going to be dealing with this week, but in 2 weeks, playing for your country and that pressure. How do you handle that?
Oh, it's amazing. I take it as an honor. I'm very proud to be able to represent Canada. And, you know, this week the fans have been truly phenomenal. Lost a couple at the turn there, but it's just been amazing to see the love and support, and I'm just trying to play my best.
Talk about this tournament in particular and the difficulty that this championship is presenting so far.
For sure, CPKC, they always pick tough golf courses, and, you know, this course is in great condition. It's a lot of fun to play. It's very, very windy today, so just trying to make some adjustments and hit smart shots.
All right, now, when you talk about the golf in a couple of weeks at the Olympics, when are you going to get there? What is your travel schedule?
I'm actually not getting there until Sunday, but we'll be able to watch the men's final rounds, which I think will be a lot of fun, see how the golf course is playing a little bit, hopefully get some tips from Nick and Corey. They've been playing all week, so, you know, I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity. It's very exciting.
And one last question, talk about the rink. Now, it's a good tradition in Canada. How exciting is that?
It's very cool. It's very loud, a lot of energy there. It makes it really fun for us players, and I think the fans really enjoy it as well.
Well, good luck and keep playing well. Grant?
Katie Cranston as well, a Canadian, plays at Auburn here this week. Brooke was enamored the first couple of times she played here. And Morgan, she again, as she has so many times, talked about meeting you in Ottawa and what it meant for her to get a chance to meet a major champion and just kind of fuel that fire. And now she's paying that forward, isn't she, with so many young girls she's inspiring.
She's inspiring generations of youngsters. I love to see them all out there. Trip, I'm sure you're getting a front row seat and just the youngsters wanting to get a glimpse of Brooke Henderson.
Yeah, so popular and just, you know, what a great role model. And so many young ladies are going to be taking this game up because of her.
I was watching her after the Pro-Am, after she finished her Pro-Am, and there was a swarm of people around her.
This group that includes Brooke Henderson been waiting for the green to clear. Brittany's trying to give Brooke some guidance, and Brooke has the glasses. It was right at this event last year that Brooke wore them for the first time. She talked about how nice it is to be able to see. a little better on the course.
Okay, yeah, they're just walking off. Just a good swing, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get it up that left side and try to get in the back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just want to keep it left. 205 is the covers the front, so it's 231 all the way back. Straight downwind. I mean, this is one you can't not have a chance at, especially, you know, with that hole over on the right. You got a wide berth over to the left. I mean, there's plenty of green and plenty of area to miss it to for a pretty easy up and in. As long as you're left of the hole, you really don't want anything right of the hole. Oh, this is a good looking shot right here, right in the middle of the green. Yeah, that's well done right there.
It's going to end up where we've seen quite a few players long of this green. It's a better place to be, still a very lengthy chip. It's a bit easier than coming in from the short side of the green.
That kind of a week for a lot of folks, including some on our crew. Glad to have everybody here finally. And now Brooke has a third shot at the par 5 14th.
Normally would not be a problem here. The only issue is this is where all the players walk off to go to the 15th tee. So grass going against, and always when you do that, it's how you catch the ball. Because you can see she's practicing that little chop motion, and I think that's what it's called for. Got to try to catch that ball with this is one where you actually need to use leading edge.
Tendency when it is growing back towards you, Trip, would be for it to come out heavy and short, but it's hard to hit it hard enough or take a big enough swing when there's all that trouble beyond.
And predictably, exactly what you said, Morgan. I mean, the grass just killed that.
You know that you need to hit it harder, but on the off chance that it comes out a little bit hot, then you're really in trouble. It's a bit of a guessing game, even though you know that it's going to come out heavy. It's hard in your brain to say, give it extra, because at the back of your mind, you just have that, I don't want this to go screaming over the green.
Well, two great swings from Head on You, giving her this look for eagle, which a little longer putt than she had hoped, perhaps, but this is Brooke for birdie at 14.
Yeah, you know, if that ball's 4 or 5 feet left or right of where she was, she wouldn't be in that path, and it would have been a much easier shot. But this club right here, and I'll tell you what, she is, I think, 4th on the LPGA Tour and putts outside of 10 feet this year.
Like that.
Yeah, this is one, Trip, where I don't love the flag stick in, period, but especially when the wind is whipping.
That's a great point, Morgan, because that'll push that flag against the cup and narrow it. I totally agree with you.
I just think, I mean, the flag kind of stopped fluttering there right before she...
Got it to 7 under at one point. Still on top. Brooke for her par at 14.
Well, and then this is one where if the flag's in, you know, at least it's blowing away from her. To your point, Morgan, about, you know, leaving the flag in when you do it and when you don't.
You mentioned all the putters, Morgan. She's tried a little bit of everything, kind of in every way. Grip, flag in, flag out.
It's just everybody is looking for that little thing. You know, I think even amateurs at home can relate to that. Might have a few extra putters in their garage that they rotate around.
But bogey-free today on a very difficult Friday. She'll head to the par 5. That's the little general model of the CPKC locomotive, the National Railway of Canada, merging with Kansas City Railway. This is the global headquarters, Calgary. Big crowds, as always, following Brooke Henderson.
And just over the course of her career, I mean, one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the women's game for sure. She's got power and she's got plenty of accuracy. Oh boy, this is fading too much. This is going to be right at the bunker in the rough.
She's missed a few drives right today. The 11th hole, 13th was well right. Then again here on 15. That's almost on the 14th hole over there.
So Brooke wayward, Debbie. She had the lead on the 16th hole before the Blue game storming from behind. And now Henderson trying to find a path back.
She does. She's got a nice window, actually. Very lucky. It hits these trees over here on the right and kicked it. It could have gone a lot of different spots, but she's gotten good breaks when she's missed the fairway here. One at 13 in here. She had the hybrid out. I'm glad that she put it back and got the iron. The lie's fine. I've seen certainly, you know, it could be worse, but I think she can get this one right back in position. Yeah, she's done just that. It's got to go just a little bit to get to the fairway. Yeah, she got it out there. A little longer than she wants in, but that was a smart play.
Both times she's missed the fairway well right here on this back nine. She has got lucky, had openings.
Some champions bounces. All right, back on the proper hole now. Third shot for Brooke Henderson at 15.
Yeah, 149 is the number. And actually back into this wind out of the right now. And this is high and right and short.
Yeah, she's just got that right miss trip. That is brutal over there. I mean, she's weak, and she said they had a fabulous session. I'm not surprised. It's clearly paying off. Her mental game is strong as ever right now.
All right, here is Brooke with her fourth.
Yeah, and
Just like high 18. Yeah. Take your yeah, just as high and soft as you can, and take a couple past it.
and this ball's sitting, it's kind of sitting up a little bit, but a lot of grass around it. I think she's doing the smart thing too. I think she's just going to try to put something on the green, let the putter keep her bogey free. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was special.
That's really nice. That's really good right there.
Wow. I mean, that landed almost soft as a butterfly right there.
And now Brooke Henderson at the 15th. This to remain bogey-free for the day.
And not much to this putt. I mean, it's fairly straight, easy to read. I can't tell you how good that shot was just to get it to here.
They'll be trying to help it in.
Setting up almost right left end, inside left here with her putter.
So we're going to have 156 players play 2 rounds of the CPKC Women's Open, and we will have had 1 bogey-free round. Is that 312 rounds?
And still, nobody has been lower than 4 under par.
After just blistering hot weather earlier in the week, and then the smoky haze from the wildfires settling over Calgary Wednesday night made for an eerie scene. They're just picture perfect at the moment. To watch, at least. Playing Earl Grey is another story.
Oh, this is a low little fade. Should be nice. Oh, they might cheat out on the right.
Good angle into that left hole location too.
Just a moment ago, the second for Brooke Henderson at 16.
129, great line. wind out of the left and helping ever so slightly. This is left of the hole, but it's getting better.
4 hole to go for a tour. Got the Brooke Brigade at the 16th. It's really everywhere she goes. Got the signs out for Brooke, and this is for Brooke.
This one is the left edge putt.
Left to her.
So left for par, 3 under par for around bogey 15. Great start, couple of stumbles since. Back to 5 under, and now Brooke. With a little bit of work left here for par.
Yeah, she does indeed. I mean, that's one you gotta definitely give your full attention to. But she did see it going by, and it did wiggle to her left, which is the opposite way it looked from obviously where she had it played, where I had it played.
And again, that flag just
Yeah.
wavering back and forth.
To Morgan's point, on windy days, I just don't know about this, but it's been working for her.
Just a little push there, Trip. Just help that.
Certainly looked like it.
Help that with their right hands. Oh, that's unfortunate. She had a really good looking birdie there from the fringe. Now gonna drop 2 consecutive holes.
Tripp mentioned all the putts she's made from outside 10 feet, 4th on tour. It has been that range, hasn't it, this year, that's really short-circuited. It's not going to be a 3-putt technically. It'll feel like that.
Kind of sense the crowd trying
Yeah.
to help her, urge her on. Oh, and here we go.
This hole was made for Brooke. Sing along.
Kind of sense the crowd trying
Yeah.
to help her, urge her on. Oh, and here we go.
This hole was made for Brooke. Think it helped her to go 3rd here after that emotional moment? Time to gather herself, maybe?
Yeah, but here's the thing I love about it is, coming off 2 straight bogeys, she was kind of, down, but then I think that lifted the spirits a little bit.
What was that like, Trip, listening to that from down there? I mean, I know we saw it through the screen, but feeling it.
Oh, it was pretty special. I imagine Brooke's going to try to keep this one left of the hole. She's seen both balls get knocked down to the right by the wind.
She likes to hit that little bit of a pull cut towards the left half of this green. Let the wind take it.
She's got it, but the wind's got it too. This is going to be short and right, it looks like.
Oh, that was maybe not struck very solidly because that was 20 yards short.
The fan fans she's thrilled for so many years are trying to lift up their hero, Brooke, at 17. Brooke Henderson second at the par 3 17.
The lie is good. The shot is difficult, though. Very little green. But if she could pull off the one she pulled at 15, this one's definitely easier than that. Oh, she just got unlucky there. Another 4 or 5 inches, that would have been great.
She's got this little bit of a right miss today that has definitely plagued her.
Coveted, and Brooke covets par here to stop a little bogey train.
Yeah, you gotta definitely. This is so important because 18 is it's a demanding hole, so I think it's an important putt. Easy putt to read, though, straight up the hill.
Well,
I looked a little quick at the rhythm of the stroke there.
If anything, that is her tendency. A little bit short on the backstroke. Doesn't quite complete the stroke. After such a promising start to the day, really looked like she was putting herself right in position, giving 3 back here very quickly.
Birdied 3 in a row, and now bogeys 3 in a row. Even par is certainly within range, tied for 17th.
Might be a little steam coming out of her ear.
Names of past champions of this event. Brooke Henderson stands out. Jocelyn Barassa, the other Canadian winner of this event.
Well, as disappointing as those last 3 holes are, she's not out of this championship, and that's what she needs to keep telling herself. She's got 36 holes left, and you know, just focus, hit a good couple of shots, and give yourself a chance at a birdie here, and you know, go into the weekend, clean up that. I think there's something just a little bit quick in her transition. That's what I'm seeing. Normally, I don't see. This song's a good line.
Exceptionally low there.
Yeah, and it's going to probably run all the way through too. Yep.
Her little fade. That was a lot of club. Going to make it even harder to hit.
This was Brooke Henderson's second at 18.
And 173, I just don't see how she can keep anything on the green. Downwind out to the left. Oh, this is hot.
Whoa.
Okay. Bounces it off the grandstand.
Just anything in the rough. I'm surprised at how far back she was, too.
A good example of why this golf course is playing 3 shots over par. Morgan, there just aren't many players, really in any sport, that carry the banner for their country like Brooke does for Canada, are there?
No, and I mean, having become the winningest professional man or woman in the sport, I mean, she means so much to this country. And they, as we saw at 17, give the love right back to her. This reception she's going to get here. This is an important up and down right here, though, to stop the bogey train. We like the trains around here at the CPKC Women's Open, but not the bogeys. But give her something positive to think about going into tomorrow. Still a lot of golf left to play. Like you said, Tripp, you know, just got to stay patient.
First, what do you think, Tripp?
Well, you know, it all depends on where Lily is getting relief. She's going to come up the hill here. There's a tongue that is straight down that Brooke is walking over right now. That it's really hard to figure out. I mean, it can go either left or right off of that kind of where Lily is standing right now. And I just don't. I can't see anybody keeping a ball short of this hole today. I mean, it's a really hard hole to get close.
As tight as these grandstands are here, Tripp, the officials got to be stationed here. It's pretty busy. Everybody's flying it over.
Go to the range, figure out what's going on with your golf swing.
That'll be to avoid a fourth straight bogey to close the round. Virtually giving the game up, ready to quit. Stayed with it. She's Player of the Year and two-time major champ. All right, all of Canada pulling for this one here. Brooke Henderson for par.
Breaking to her right, she did see it going by, so no mystery as to what it does. Well, this wind can back you off, I can tell you. It's gusting right now.
Especially when it's at your back, Tripp.
Yep, that's always the toughest.
It's going to be 11 putts on our last 4 holes. Last 5 holes. And a disappointing finish. 4 straight bogeys for Brooke Henderson after birdie 3 of her first 4.
Really shocking finish. And, she's gonna do her thing, be the professional that she is. Of course, sign the autographs for all of her fans, but she's going to set up perfectly for her game. I wouldn't count her out.